Welcome to FKC Health, and thank you for your valuable time. We will be right back after this short intro. Thank you for coming on board to the FKC Health channel, and today I would like to do a light touch on a subject called spiral dynamics. And spiral dynamics was inspired by Beck and Cowen. They were proteges of the late Clare W, who was a psychologist in the 60s. And Clare W had a values model called, at the time it didn't have the name spiral dynamics, but this particular model shows different memetic values that are attributed to different levels of psychological human development and emergence. For instance, the first level can be A, N, B, O. There's a whole lot of technical attributes. I'm going to keep it really simple, really light, that you get an introduction into this powerful model that will help you understand where a lot of people are at and why they behave like they do. It's well worth looking up and investigating. So the first level is beige, and this color coding is a crude and simple way to differentiate between the levels. Beige is nature and nurture. It's people like the hunter-gatherers or little children, people in a position where they need nature and nurture. Next level up is purple. And purple is the magic mythical, or in the case of spiritual, emotional, sacred cows, all that sort of stuff, tribal charms, amulets. And then moving on from there is the next meme called red, and that is the strive drive meme, the area where people establish their identity, and you'll find people in bikie gangs and people like Genghis Khan and these tribal warriors that stood up and took control of life. Moving on from red is blue. Now blue meme is where the recognition of a higher consciousness, systemic order, a lot of blue collar workers, police force, nuns, things like major religions, things like that. Next level up from there is orange. Orange is the strive drive yuppie meme, he who dies with most toys wins. It's the return on investment. There's all a languaging around each of these belief systems, each of these value systems. And then when you move on from orange, you move towards green, and green is the egalitarian meme. This is where people are very conscious about save the whales, Birkenstocks, green peace, looking after the environment. It's environmental. Now this is all the first tier strategy of spiral dynamics. Second tier, moving up, is yellow, and yellow is more the HR type, global perspective, worldview perspective, and then from yellow is moving up to turquoise. Now of course the higher you go up this scale, the less quantity of people. People in turquoise, a very small minority, a couple of percent. And these people in the turquoise realm, they have a pure global consciousness, very similar to people like the Dalai Lama, Gandhi, people, Buddha, whatever. And then from there, which hasn't really been mapped well, is coral, where the avatars of the planet, Jesus and so forth. But it is a study that's deep and intense. And I have access to provide you with a magazine called Enlightenment Now, which has a really simplified overview, which I'm happy to provide free of charge to you. If you look at me on fkchealth.com.au and get in touch with us, we're happy to supply you that overview that was printed in Enlightenment Now a couple of years ago, but it's really cool. Now, don't underestimate spiral dynamics, because it was instrumental in helping getting apartheid in Africa unstrung and Nelson Mandela out of jail. It's been used in various aspects of the UN and political realms in the world. It's a wonderful study. So it's spiral dynamics. This was a very crude, short, powerful introduction to spiral dynamics. But if you want to go deeper into it and understand why people do what they do and what their main central focus of vision is, you'll find that if they are around a particular memetic structure, for instance, if they're in a religious cult or religious organization, that their value system is in that blue domain. If they are really striving hard in business and money is their focus, they're in the orange domain. If they're in the HR issue and human values, they're up in second tier. And the difference between first and second tier is quite phenomenal. Now, no one person is any of these particular colors or memes or value structures. It's a terrain. We move through it. And as we move through it, we identify with those memetic values, and where the gravity is in our life and the values in our life, we are attracted to those particular groups and cultures. When you investigate this, you'll find there's specific languaging, specific music, specific political structures, specific groups of collaboration and collectivity. So there you have it. Don Beck and Christopher Cowen have brought Clare W's work to light, and I hope you find some value in this video, and I hope you look into spiral dynamics even further. Thanks for your time.